Hey guys, Clumsy here. It's time to check out Salt Lake City. Let's do this. So in the previous episode, we had our first look getting into Utah, and this time we are in the center of Utah, and we will make our way towards the north, passing through Salt Lake City. But aside from that, we are going through some of the very scenic routes as well, looks like, and we'll be passing through some of the other cities: Price, Provo, Salt Lake City, Ogden, and finally Logan. So we'll be making our way north and crossing from the center to the northernmost end of the state. Let's go and start. Now it's only a 181-mile journey, but there will be a lot of city tours, as I would say. It will be a bit more leisurely. And we are carrying right now a 20-ton Bulldozer. You guys let me know if that's new or not. That trailer might not be, but it's been so long since I have hauled something like this. Most of the time I usually just haul box trailers, that it feels so strange now. It feels so weird what's behind. But I guess it's just a matter of getting used to. And now this time I started early in the morning. It's 6:25 in the morning in game time. So we should have all the sunlight we need to do some exploration. Yeah. How did I end up here? It's like a small road getting into that place. Construction zone looks like. Thank you for the amazing feedback, by the way, guys, from all of you who enjoyed the previous video. Couple of haters, but most people seem to like it. Can't please them all, but happy to see that most of the folks are enjoying what they are seeing in Utah. And yes, this is still without any mods enabled, and this will continue to be the case. Wow, that guy was approaching fast. This will continue to be the case until the 7th of November, which is the official release date of this DLC. We finally know how much it is and when it will be released. And I posted that as a pinned comment in the previous video when we got more info on it. Salt Lake that way, but first we do some sightseeing. And it seems like in Utah the city limit is 40 miles per hour. That's good. Easier for us. Green, please? No, not our turn. Okay, let's stop here then. And yeah, a couple of you guys have been giving me inputs on the various questions I've been asking the past episode. And you guys told me that this is actually old vanilla sounds, so it's not very realistic, unfortunately. But I did hear from some of you guys that SCS is planning a sound revamp in 2020. That's something to look forward to, because to be honest, as amazing as they are with everything else, with map making, with truck modeling, with very reasonable prices and free game updates and all the goodies, when you say something like the sounds are SCS quality, it's not a very high praise right now. So I'm hoping that changes in the future. I'm hoping that really does, because with everything else they are amazing, and I think they have like good equipment. And it looks like the city limits are still 30. It was just 40 on that stretch, but normal one is probably still 30. But yeah, right now when you say SCS quality sounds, you're not really. It's not really a compliment. Let's put it that way. because they have been missing the target for many of their trucks, even the new ones. Case in point, the Renault Range T. It does not have the best sounds, and that's putting it mildly. You'll hear me comment about that more in the Renault Range T must-have mods video I released. Thank goodness for mods. But yeah, nothing beats SCS default content, because the more vanilla you can stay, the better you can preserve the integrity of the game, and you are sure that there will be no performance impacts, and that the developers have tested that certain feature diligently. And actually 25 here, maybe 25, maybe it depends on which area of the city. It can go as low as 25 apparently. Right, that's the recruitment agency. Can I squeeze in, please? Thank you. There we go. But yeah, I'm really hoping that the sounds get an overhaul, because yeah, the more we can keep on SCS default, the more stability we can be sure of. Like in this one, I'm so confident that the game will be stable and that I will have the best performance possible, because everything here in this profile I'm using is vanilla. No mods whatsoever. Never has, never will have any mods this profile. This is specifically reserved for times like these, so we can preserve the 100% what SCS has gotten for us. And yeah, we can have mods, but it's not always available. Mods break oftentimes when a new update comes. Mods are not allowed in Truckers MP. And yeah, adding more mods can introduce a lot of instability. That's why some people prefer not enabling any mods in the first place, because you have to live with the risk of your game crashing or it producing some unintended consequences, some weird behaviors and stuff. So stability is less whenever you add mods, and the more mods you have, the riskier it gets. And at some point, when you look at your mod manager, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, then suddenly, what happened to my profile? It's filled with hundreds of mods. Some, I don't even know if they are applicable. So yeah, sometimes it's good to have a cleanup every now and then, and go back to vanilla and add things back one by one, just to evaluate it if it's still something that you really require, or it's just something you've gotten used to having, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, because maybe it has been replaced by something SCS level. Nothing happened there. No one saw anything. Embarrassing. Good thing there's right turn on red though. There we go. And let's go and fuel up here. I think I can turn left here somewhere. Probably here. Yeah, it looks like a turning lane. I hope I'm reading this right. Anyway, there are no other people, so let's go and turn. Because this looks like a very cozy rest area. Lots of trucks here. There's even a worn out truck there. You see? That guy. Oh, poor guy. Now if only we can get some kind of damage mechanic in the game. Whoa! Where did that car come from? Interesting. Up. And I did not enter that junction very well. That's nice having like AI traffic in here. Chevron. Where'd that car go? Did he park? There are actually more there. Where are they all going? Are they just like... Oh, look at that. That car actually parked. Nice. And this guy just made a U-turn. Same with that one. How about this one? Let's have a look if any of them will park. Car spotting. But that AI parking logic has been in the game for quite some time. But to be honest, we've never really seen it in action that much. So this is amazing. This is actually pretty cool. Yeah, finally it's being used. We saw that in action the first time, I think, when Yosemite was added in. Can't remember which version that was. But yeah, we haven't seen it much since, like, even when New Mexico got released, even when Oregon and Washington got released. I don't really see it, that behavior so much, because it had to be like modeled in the prefab. But yeah, that was cool. I wonder if that car will also just magically start and reverse and leave. Maybe we should wait for it. That might be a very long episode. No, never mind. It parking is treat good enough already. There we go. The sound of your wallet emptying. Not the best sound there is. I'll take it. Very cool stuff. What if we block the road? Are they going to stop properly? Look at that guy. That guy is just... See, where are they going? They're just making this their fancy U-turn slot. Maybe if you're blocking the road there, they have like an alternative. I don't know. It seems like there is some kind of logic there which I don't get. But fine. It seems like we can turn left here though. So let's just follow their lead. The road. Let's get on with the show. Beautiful here. There's definitely something unique about that American vibe, and especially with that Utah vibe of vastness and open areas. A couple of folks have noticed this as well as I did though. The pop-in issues have not been completely eradicated, but it has been greatly reduced. If you look in the horizon right now, you can actually see that you see the mountains and cliffs until the very end, and at this point there is no pop-in, so they have mitigated that in many areas, and the pop-in is minimal. It's not completely removed, but it has become minimal thanks to the workarounds they've put in place. I've gotten a comment though telling me to remove the depth of field, and I completely understand that the depth of field sometimes is a bit unnatural. If you look at the distance, it's a bit blurred. That's what depth of field does. It blurs out the far distances. And I'm not a fan of that per se, but I noticed that if you turn off the depth of field, then you kind of notice more the jagged edges. Ooh, look at that train. Nice. Take a screenshot here later. Lovely train, and look at these lovely cliffs. Oh my goodness, we'll have to take a screenshot here. Later, I'll take care of it later. Goodness, that looks lovely. Shoo! Wowzers. Yeah, no pop-ins here. Almost. Right? You see everything as far as the eye can see. That's amazing. Lovely. There is that weird texture changing thing though with the cliffs. I believe that has something to do with the LODs. So the cliffs, the texture of the rocks are so detailed now, they're so crisp. And yeah, you see that? There is just that weird thing though, that pop-in thing, where the face of the cliff changes when you get closer. It's like it gets more detailed, but the pop-in is quite obvious that you know that something has changed. I'm not sure if they can do something about that. So that can break immersion a bit. Lovely tunnel right here. Railroad track. Oh crap. This is quite steep now, and also a merging lane looks like. But I think we can push through. There we go. That's more like it. Lovely. Oh nice. This view would have been so nice if only it were not as foggy. Visibility is not the best. There's a very mild fog in the distance. Still, looks amazing. Cows seem to be very happy. But yeah, Utah is just so vast. Absolutely love it. Such a different vibe. I remember I normally don't like the desert. Like the sands and everything. It just looks too barren, but I'm starting to have a different perspective because of how detailed these cliff faces are. Like the wrinkles with these cliffs are on a different level altogether. These wind turbines look a bit strange because they look a bit too low. But maybe here in the US, maybe here in Utah, they're like that. I'm kind of comparing it with how it looks in Europe. It seems like in Europe the wind turbines are taller. I don't know. Or maybe is that just because we are on a bridge? We are elevated. So we are on a higher elevation. Spanish Fork, Salt Lake City, straight up. Straight ahead. Looks like we'll have to slow down a bit though. Traffic light incoming. Lumberjack. Lovely. Lovely place. Loving every bit of this map. Let's see what else we can spot. So thank you, by the way, guys, for helping me out and correcting me on some of the comments I made in the previous video. Please continue to do that because I'm learning a lot from you guys, and you are all very kind when you're correcting me. You don't act in a very in a condescending manner or in a very superior manner. You are very kind and very accommodating. That you understand I'm not from here and you're not like feeling elitist. You get me? So I really like that tone. So thanks for correcting me in a very mild manner. You're not hurting my feelings, basically. So please continue to do so and add some stuff whenever you see some new content. Get the time in, timestamp, and comment it and let me know what you found, because I will miss some of the cool stuff. I will not be able to spot every cool thing we pass by, but with your help we can all crowdsource it. Make sure we get everything on the list. It looks like there is a detour though, based on the notification we got a few seconds ago. Provo has been discovered. Nice. I'm guessing that exit to the right towards the highway is what got blocked. Yep, that's the one. So going to Salt Lake City is now a no-go. At least not from this bit here. So we'll have to plan it as well. What happened here? Some of the steel pipes loosened, fell off. Dang it. Okay, so now we have to turn left and then loop around. Let me have a look first though. Is there such a thing? Oh my goodness, yeah, this is going to be a bit... okay, well, we'll get a chance to pass by Salina. Maybe we can unlock it. We can go there, loop around, then go back. That will make it a very long trip. But maybe that would be nice. Nice sightseeing tour, right? Okay, I don't think I can go anywhere else, so I can stay here in the right lane. Because that one is one way. This is a very interesting looking junction. Ah, yeah. This looks like something that someone made in City Skylines. Very interesting looking junction. Not the usual ones you see. My bad. Can't fit through here properly. My bad. Yeah, I think this junction was built without trucks in mind. Or maybe I'm just that clumsy. Maybe it's the latter. Sorry. Clumsy trucking. Can't leave home without it. On our way back to Vegas now, where it all started for our trip. Right lane ends, it says. Ah, indeed. Okay. Good heads up. Very nice signage. That's cool. And now we can see the speed limits gradually increasing. You guys also told me about the engine brake, the engine braking notice, that it says something along the lines of engine braking next 3 miles, or engine braking prevention, or something along those lines. That means from that point onwards, for the next 3 miles, engine braking is not allowed. So we will test that again when we see such a sign, if we will get any penalty if we toggle the engine brakes on. Oh, crap. Shoo. There we go. Enjoy the view, guys. Enjoy the view. Take it all in. I must say though, ooh, that's a very nice place. Lots of very unique looking trailers. We do have a couple of pop-ins here though, in the mountains. Yeah, this is more of the barren area that I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, it might be realistic, so I cannot fault it. We can't just remove it just because it's not that pleasing to the eyes. But yeah, just saying, I prefer more the other side where we have those cliffs and beautiful wrinkles. The textures are amazing versus this one where it's just a barren area with lots of different shrubs. Maybe at the very least we could have like a tumbleweed bouncing around. I don't know. Or what was that? Probably the lone. Yeah, 12 moon. Do we even have tumbleweeds in Utah? From the looks of it, it looks to fit. But you guys let me know, okay? It seems to fit. So maybe we can expect some. Maybe not on the interstate though. Maybe it's on a state road or a smaller road. We'll see. I think we will pass through some of those still. We'll see. Okay, exit here. Just engine braking, not even stepping on the brakes here. Letting the engine and the elevation slow us down like a runaway truck ramp. And now we apply some very light braking. That's the way you save on wear and tear. Or so I've been told. But yeah, it's true. brake for the win. Yeah, that looks a bit barren, this place. This is not my favorite area in the game, but I guess that might be real. Nice to see that, I don't know, that grill. That's something that I don't think I've seen before. It looks like something to prevent flooding, maybe? I'm not sure where it's used. Ooh, a stable here. Red Dead Redemption 2 hype. Some people might be playing that now. You guys told me when was the release of that? Tuesday, I think? Yeah, enjoy, guys. Not sure if I'll be able to get it. I'm sure a lot of PC users are waiting for it. Okay, so we have come very far. I think we will be late, but that's fine. That's a worthy trade-off. Might have been a wider circle than I imagined. But yeah, that's the sign. Okay, there we go. What is that? It's like some kind of dirty pond there. Looks like we're entering a different county as well. Reduced speed ahead, noted. Salina has been discovered. It's Salina. No idea. Okay, so... Oh, there we go. Engine brakes restricted next 3 miles. So if we enable that here, we should get a penalty. Or does it happen only when there's a cop beside you or something? I don't know. Or maybe it's not coded in. Maybe that sign is just for show. I wish they would have added it in the game feature. Just like how they added the penalty when you're going across Yosemite and you have a trailer. And it clearly says in the sign before you enter that trailers are not allowed. Yeah, so they added that in, that you get a penalty. I would hope they add some penalty related to jake braking as well, because it's a very real thing in the US, right? Jake brake prohibited areas. I believe it's not the first sign we've seen that is related to jake braking. I think there's something in... Oh, where is that? I think in New Mexico we found it, if I remember correctly. In other states as well, most likely. In San Francisco, can't remember. But yeah, jake braking in residential areas, not the most humane thing to do, I must say. Okay, so where the heck are we going? Zoom out here. Okay, we are looping all the way around. That's fine. Exploring more roads here. I can take that. Junction 89 up ahead, which is this one. Also, going to I-70. Now it says Salt Lake City is to the left. One sec, let's study that. Why aren't we... Salt Lake City to the left? That seems wrong. That might be wrong signage right there. That's closed. Did I read it wrong? Maybe in reality it is, but maybe the roads are not modeled in the game. I don't know. But for us, it's to the right. Okie dokie. Looks like this is one of those multiple named roads. Road with the identity crisis. It's 89 south, but at the same time 50 is east. If you look at the sign on the road there. Yeah. A road with conflicted identity. Salina Arena. 24/7 open. Sightseeing with Clumsy. That's what I'm good at. This is why I absolutely love this track IR, so I can look around whenever I want to. No need to use the mouse. I was actually starting to look into some VR headsets. I'm not so sure if I am willing to go that route already. But if I wanted to go VR, I will definitely need to upgrade my rig as well. Graphics card, CPU as well, probably. So I don't think I'm that ready for it yet. Plus, I haven't even tried a headset before, so who knows? I might be sensitive to it. I might get dizzy. But I don't know. I just can't imagine wearing a headset for hours with that heavy-looking thing. But for our VR headset users there, I know we have some folks here who are driving in ATS 2 and ATS using a VR headset, and they are absolutely loving it. So let me know more about your experience. What kind of video card do you have and CPU? How much different are the specs required to have VR as a viable option? So I'm sure it would require beefier specs. But if I were to get a VR headset, theoretically, I would probably go with an Oculus Rift S. Because it looks like the most hassle-free option right now and very affordable as well. But yeah, I don't know much about it, so I'm open to suggestions and comments. But right now, Track IR, more than enough for me. It gives you that, it already gives that very organic head movement. And it might not be as immersive as VR, but it's also not as cumbersome in terms of requirements. And it's also not as shaky for you, because I can adjust the sensitivity and stuff like that. So it's not like VR where everything is fidgeting like that, where every millimeter my head moves. If you get what I mean. But maybe that's also customizable, I'm not so sure. Let's move here. So we just made a circular route. Yield. Thank goodness, we almost got in trouble there. Our engine got in trouble here though. Good. Off we go. Yeah, this is the detour trip. Do you guys remember that video we had? That episode we had when we went to Seattle, I think that was the detourception episode. So many detours. We actually were not able to finish our trip because I think I encountered 6 detours or something. Yeah, I really have to lessen the detours. It happens every time now, at least once a trip. They are nice from time to time, but they can really be a party pooper depending on the timing. West now. Okay, that's where we want to go. Reduced speed ahead, I guess 50? Yes, 50, no problem. Slowing even more here though. In the town of Scipio. Scipio. I do like the electric lines though. No more jagged edges, although we have some if it's still afar, but when it gets nearer, no more jagged edges. Thank goodness SCS is starting to look into that. But yeah, I know there are still a lot of people who are not happy with anti-aliasing. Especially those guys who have been using DirectX 9 and the NVIDIA Profile Inspector for their anti-aliasing needs. But I won't go into much detail on that. I'm just going to say Right now I have default settings, no third-party anti-aliasing at all. This is 400% scaling, and ultra settings on the SMAA, the new anti-aliasing feature that has been introduced in 1.36. Okay, we are back on the interstate finally, making our way north hopefully. Oh, you can expect all you want, sir, but not getting there anytime soon. We still have 152 miles to go, 3 hours, and yeah, we'll be late. We will be late. The world's most happy cattle. Shouldn't it be the world's happiest cattle? Grammarly. If anyone from Grammarly is listening, I'm happy to sponsor. I'm happy for you to sponsor me. That's a spiel. 80, woohoo! Not like we can reach that speed with this engine, but fine, we can try. Yeah, this area is vast, but not as eye-candy as the other road we've been in at the start of the episode with the cliffs and the train and everything. That's still the winner in my books in terms of the view. Looks like lots of happenings here though. Something getting constructed here again. But yeah, as I was saying in the previous episode, it's just still such a strange concept to me. This, how vast, how large the area is. Anywhere you look, as far as the eye can see. No tall buildings, no other obstructions in terms of the view. Just see everything from end to end like that. Yeah. So for those who are new in the channel, maybe you came across this video as you are looking for Utah specific content. I am actually living in Singapore, the city-state of Singapore, I think some people call it, and it's one of the smallest countries, I guess. It's very small, and as a result, goodness, hope that guy is fine. As a result, real estate is not quite super expensive, because there is not much space around, you know, a law of supply and demand. Low supply, high demand, high price. So yeah, real estate is very expensive, and we don't have areas like these. So this is something I'm really enjoying, driving through, virtually at least. Spanish Fork. So is that something that we came across already? Maybe, because it says the Spanish Fork is in Price. Maybe we passed through it. Would that be the beautiful area with the cliffs and the trains, maybe? Maybe that was it. That would be a very nice name. Yeah, that place deserves a name of its own. It's very scenic. Let me move over here. This truck is super slow. Actually, should have stayed on the right side. What's your problem, bro? Driving a Volvo VNL. I think the Volvo VNL from SCS is the only truck they have which has great default SCS sounds. And I remember, as Alex reminded me, that initially the sounds of that truck were not good either. But they modified it and they came out with much better sounds, thankfully. But yeah, I think that's the only one which really has nice sounds that I'm okay to live with, and I don't need any mods for. But the others, I need. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the engine sound initiative in 2020, if that's a real thing. I hope it is. I mean, for me, even if they make a DLC out of it, additional engine sounds or upgrade to engine sounds, even if they ask me to pay for it, I will gladly do so. Because sounds are just such an immersion game changer. It can make or break your experience. Even if you have the most beautiful looking truck, most beautiful looking truck, super realistic and everything, if it sounds like a vacuum cleaner, you might know what I'm talking about, then it really doesn't give you that much of a satisfaction driving it. So I'll gladly pay for it. Knowing SCS though, they probably will make it a free update, because they're the good guys. Okay. Dang it. Told you I'm not used to this trailer anymore. I'll have to reverse it and give a wider berth. Low gear. This is a very interesting looking junction. I think I first drove through something like this in... where was it? In one of the recent... maybe in Seattle. One of the recent DLCs. Probably in Seattle. In Washington rather. In Washington. Stop here on red. Will do. Yeah, this looks like something made on city skylines as well. Crisscrossing junctions. Yeah, look at that model right there. That will be super confusing for me. Not used to such kind of road layout. Salt Lake City. Aha, the Beehive State. 6 out of 10. Good. Speaking of beehives, have we seen bee farms yet? Don't even know what that would look like. I guess a lot of cages. A lot of, how do you say, grills. I have no clue how they would look like from afar. But everyone, welcome to Salt Lake City. 42 minutes in and we're finally here. But this is not our final destination for this trip. We're just passing through. But we do have some stopovers, or at least pass-throughs, to discover some areas and get a bit more sightseeing here in this city before we make our way across. I don't think we are in the central business district yet. It looks like we are in the suburbs. Some houses here. Very nice looking. Very vintage look. Main Street. It's nice to see that the continuous pattern of having street names for every street is here. They preserved that in this more recent DLC. That started, I think, in Washington. I think. And then they also added street names in Arizona. And bit by bit they are updating the default areas, the older areas. And that's what's amazing as well. A couple of people have commented that Utah is looking more and more amazing by the minute as we explore it. But that is unfortunately making the contrast with the old areas. Like if you're coming from Vegas, crossing over to Utah, like what we did, then you really notice the difference in the landscape. How the older areas are a bit less detailed than the newer ones. But yeah, I heard that SCS is continuously updating the old areas. They have more and more developers coming in the company, and and they can afford to rebuild some of the areas already, like what they're doing in Germany in ATS 2. I think they are rebuilding California, I think, or the LA area. Don't quote me there though, I'm not familiar with it. I think it's just rumors. Ooh, nice. Oh, this is the what real company is that? You guys told me about that. It's a very famous US company. Atram? Something like that. Please don't laugh at me. Yeah, but that train is very, very famous in these parts, I guess. In the US, definitely. Not sure in which states exactly. If I were to guess, I think it's Atram. But I can't remember exactly the brand, the name of the company. Maybe that's close enough. 4800 W West? Are we in the west side? Maybe. Yeah, I think we are west side. Interesting names, street names though. Food mart right there. Have to let this Peterbilt guy pass through first. It's 389. There we go. I actually don't know what to expect in Salt Lake City. I was expecting more like a Seattle environment with lots of buildings, high-rise buildings and whatnot, but I might have been totally mistaken there. It looks as vast as the other areas in this state. So maybe there is no need for tall buildings and such. Maybe everything here is low-rise. Not really sure. I'll continue exploring though. Might see something else. I am starting to see some buildings there in the distance. Low-rise buildings at that. Oh crap, it's going to be a disaster. Please don't blame me. I'm going to try and give you as much space, but I can't promise anything. Oh no! Sorry. Thank you for reversing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, bro. Nice AI logic there of reversing when they are in a crash. Gets rid of many problems. Yeah, many low-rise buildings here. Looks either cities, either offices or residential. I'm not so sure. Nothing uniform though. Truck HQ, you can actually buy a new base here. But in this profile, we don't really have much money. How much do we have? 54k. So I guess that's not really an option at the moment. Fine. Fine. Okay, let's follow the stop sign. And that was actually a different stop sign. If you guys noticed, there was a four-way word below. That's a nice little detail there. Attention to detail. Our beloved SCS map makers are getting better and better with each project they work on. They really pay close attention to signs now. Yeah. That. Do we need fuel? Not really. More than halfway still. Railroad crossing again though. Really need a wide berth for this trailer. I'm going to stop right here because I don't think I can fit through in that area. See, I'm being a responsible driver. Sometimes I can manage it. Right. And then we make our way, oh dang it, across to the other side there to discover that truck dealer. I wonder what truck dealer that is. You might be hearing a subtle music in the background. That is the music of hurrying up. That's the default music when you're late. And we are late. Yeah, 0 minutes. I still have an hour to go. They can wait. We're still sightseeing here. Clumsy trucking. We're not known for being on time. We're known for, well, I don't know what we're known for. We're known for shaking things up a bit. If you need a nice little jog, a nice little shuffle in your cargo, then we're the company to get to hire for your logistics needs. Because where is the excitement in keeping everything intact? Shaking things up a bit is our motto. Volvo looks like. You see, I was kind of hoping it was one of those new dealers that we found. You guys remember the international dealers we found in some of the areas, existing areas? I think in Arizona, in Flagstaff, was it? I think so. We saw it new in 1.36. And also in LA, was it? I can't quite remember, but there's one. Or Sacramento. One of the cities in California, I think, had it as well. But yeah, it looks like international is starting to make its presence felt. And because of that, we have a couple of folks asking when the international trucks will be released. Unfortunately, I don't have any news about that. I don't know. So we will all have to hang tight. But you guys let me know if you hear anything, okay? Comment it out and I will double check it. I will fact check it. And we will see. I am also quite excited for the release of this DLC. Even if I am able to drive it now, it's still different when I can get to hear your stories of driving. It's so much fun being able to hear your driving stories and the experiences you get. So once you get your own copies, don't forget to let me know, okay? Comment in one of these Utah related videos and let me know how you find it, if you're enjoying it as much as I am. Volvo, there we go. Hello? There we go. Thought it wasn't going to get uncovered. It's a bit ironic though. There's a Volvo dealer and then there's this like, they call it, this, what do they call that industry? Dumping industry, or, oh, there is a term for it. You get what I mean. Right across. It doesn't give me much confidence about the durability of the trucks that are sold there. Very it's like how do you say, well, I guess it happens in real life anyway, like hospital being next to the graveyard, like life being close to death or something like that, like that along truck lingo. So we turn left here and we finally get on the road. But yeah, I guess that was not the best placement in getting a truck delivered. It gives you a reminder of the truck's mortality. Doesn't exactly give you that brand new sparkling clean feel, does it? Anyway, as I was mentioning, one more reason why I am excited for this DLC to be released, aside from hearing about your stories and your experiences, is when the DLC gets released, I will be officially allowed to use mods again. And as amazing as vanilla is, I'm still a mod guy. I am a huge fan of mods, even if it brings some level of instability and risk. I'm willing to take that risk and have some crashes. because they just make everything so much better. If you are frustrated about a certain aspect, you can wait for SCS to fix it, but with all the things they have on their plate, you can really expect a very timely response. So the best bet is to crowdsource that and make sure that it is something that can be fulfilled using mods instead. I'm starting to see a lot of buildings here on the right. We probably are not crossing into the downtown area of Salt Lake City because probably the trucks aren't allowed, but now I am starting to see it. There we go. The buildings are starting to pop up. Literally. Which may not be something we want. Yeah. What is this? Looks like something is under construction. Oh my goodness, this might be a photo opportunity right here. Okay, let me have a look. Where are we supposed to go? Here on the right and then left, I think, if I'm reading my map correctly. There we go. Oh, that is beautiful. Salt Lake City, we are in you. Let's take a shot right there. I'll take care of that later. That is beautiful. Let's have a look once we get on even road here. Oh yeah, it's very nice. Not exactly entering it, passing through via the highways. It's actually more realistic, huh? Cool. I wonder if we missed a lot of other areas. Let me just check out the map a bit, okay? Yeah, that's the music you can hear. Salt Lake City, yeah, we actually didn't. So we crossed through here. The city was on this side. So maybe the downtown area is here or here in this area. But if we pass through this highway instead, which is the I-15 north or south, maybe next time on our way back we'll go through here. We probably will get a better view of the city. Maybe the city center is somewhere here. Yeah, it looks like. So we pass through the outskirts, the suburbs, maybe. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we were able to get a sneak peek of what the city looked like. So on our way back, we will cross and use I-15 to get a better view of the city. We'll see. Ogden, are we going to make our exit at Ogden? Nah, let's just pass through. We are late enough as it is already. There we go, Ogden has been discovered. Thank you. Lots of construction works on the way though. Oh crap. Yeah, rip. Is that same guy? Did his steel pipes fall off again? Oh my goodness. Feels sad for him. Is this the engine brake thingy? No. All trucks use right lane, it said. Didn't read the bottom part. It's too fast. Let's see. Way in motion ahead. What is that way in motion thing? Interesting. As in a weighing scale while you're in motion? Pre-pass site, all trucks right lane, okay. Kenworth truck dealer discovered. Looks like there was a dealer on the right side. Please pull in for a vehicle inspection, okay. What the heck are these guys doing here? Oi! You aren't supposed to be here. Dang it. So it's not literally a weighing scale, I guess. It's just the pre-pass monitor so that you'll get a notification if you need to. Who did I hit? I didn't hit anybody. maybe I did, I don't know. At this point, we'll have no income anymore. I guess they want you to stay on the right lane so they can beat you. But the actual weighing is still on this side. Go, 38 tons. Amazing goodness. You can also sleep here, looks like. Nice cozy area. Overlooking that view. Not too shabby. I'll take it. Maybe we can vote, because I'm also not yet completely sold on the depth of field thing. The blurriness is something I am not usually a fan of, so I'm okay to remove it. But are you guys okay to remove it at the cost of maybe having more shimmering things in the distance? So if you had a choice, you get blur or you get shimmering, which would you prefer? By shimmering, I mean, do you see those? Look at the traffic light area, the post. How it shimmers in distance, like it wriggles left and right. Those white lines, how they wriggle left and right, like so. So if we remove the blur from afar, that white wall up ahead, if we remove the blur, we'll see even more shimmering. We're actually seeing a bit right now already, even if it's blurred. If we remove the blur, then we get more of that shimmering goodness there. So let me know in the comments below if you are a shimmer, if you are team shimmer or team blur. And then we will see in the next episode if they are which one wins, and I'll go with that option so you can have a look. So team blur or team shimmer, comment it below and I'll try to count it subjectively and see which team wins, and I'll go with that next episode. Okay, let's make this a democracy, because you guys might say I don't listen. Yeah, that texture is very shimmer friendly, to be fair. Even from up close here, it's shimmering like mad. Oh yeah, well, that's the view, huh? Beautiful. You can imagine this area, this place would be very nice for a road trip. That's what's so amazing in the US, yeah? You don't need to fly everywhere. You can take a car, go on road trips, and you can see so many different things. We have been driving for 12 hours now. Goodness, it's 6:30 again, but now PM. And the episode has been more than an hour long. Sorry about that, guys, but hope you are enjoying it. I do want to share with you as much of the Utah areas as much as possible to give you that teaser or spoiler, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this, and let me know if you are by hitting the like button, hitting the thumbs up button, and commenting and sharing with your community. If you play with others, if you have a group that you keep in touch with for trucking goodness. And if you don't have a community but want one, you are more than welcome here in my community. So we actually have a Discord server, but it's a bit of a secret because it's only for the real guys, the really interested people. Join, because it requires a bit of effort to join up. And what you do is just email me, theclumsygeek@gmail.com. Email me that you want to join the Discord server, and I will send you the link. Or if you have a Twitch account, you can go to twitch.tv/theclumsygeek And in the chat window, type !Discord, and Nightbot will reply to you and tell you, oh, this is a bit different delivery area. One sec. And Nightbot will reply to you and give you the link. Oh my goodness. Oh, blindside reverse again. Oh my goodness, and I thought we were done. Yeah, the challenging parking. You can put a check on that here in Utah. Looks like they really thought of interesting challenges when they were developing this. Oi, oi, oi. Right, let's turn it in. Let's make sure not to hit that side though. Come on, yeah, okay, this side is good. This is where track IR is really helping. You can really look fast left and right. Okay, and turn it in like so. Oh goodness, I don't think it will make it work though. One sec, go outside. Yeah, that can still work, but I'll have to straighten it up a bit. Looking good there. Looking good there. Or is it? You know what, I'm not so sure anymore. Because of these stacks. Oh, that's too much there on that side. Turn here. Okay, one sec. Let's modify this a bit. Let's make this a bit straighter, just a tad. There we go. Your Bulldozer is here, guys. As requested. Just maybe half a day late. Sorry, had to explore the area. It's my first time here. Am I going to hit that thing? There is something on the right there. Oh yeah, that's not good. Stop. But yeah, this is realistic reversing with a clumsy driver. Look at this. Okay, let that pass like so. And turn it in like so. That looks much better, I think. Turn it hard like so. I'm going to hit the left side, I'm not sure. Let's check again. That looks much better. Yeah. Need to keep turning the other side though. Alright. Is that working? Let me see. Oh, yeah. Still not enough. I thought that was enough already. Okay, I think that's enough. Just eyeballing this. Still not enough. Okay, but almost there, guys. Almost there. Yeah, blindside reverse is really a challenge. But I think we got it now. It's not as hard as the previous delivery we've had to do. So I am fine with this one. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos like this, because I will be making daily videos of Utah in the next coming days before the release, so we can explore more of it and we can all increase the hype. That is assuming I get to park this properly first, because this is getting into a disaster. Really. Okay, there you go. I think I can make that work somehow. Maybe. Or not. You know, I don't see it anymore. There you go. Oh, that's not even at all. Did it even accept that? I thought this was a done deal already. Okay, last one. Oh, come on. Last one. For sure. Alright, straighten it out. That should be everything we need to do. I hope. There we go, finally. Okay. Thank you for waiting. Here we are. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Daily videos for Utah until the release. And don't forget to enable that bell notification as well, so you get notifications on your phone, on your email, and wherever, whenever there's a new episode coming in, so you don't forget. Late penalty, 3 hours late, but only $461. And all the other penalties you've gotten this episode, we probably only took home around 6,000. I don't know. I'll take that. Good. That was a challenging route. Really liked the view though. Hopefully you guys did as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. Catch you in the next video tomorrow. Clumsy trucking everybody. Until then, bye bye.